Good morning, guys. What I wanted to go over today is how to properly crawl. So I'm going to go and get into position here. So off on the side, you can see me from the side view. Even before I start to crawl, I want to stop and pause and kind of make sure I'm in the proper form. So I always like to think of myself as a nice square tabletop position. If I look down at my hands, both of my hands should be directly under my shoulders, each shoulder. And then if I look back from my hands, my knees should be in line or parallel with my hands. So I should be a nice square tabletop position. My knees aren't necessarily together, they're nice and wide apart. So this is my good stable table position. Now, when I want to crawl, ideally what we'd like to have happen is what's called that motion here, where I'm picking up my hand and my opposite knee at the same time. So what I'm doing is progressing forward with my right hand and my left knee. Now if you notice, I'm actually picking up my hand. Okay, so what a lot of people tend to do is just kind of slide their arm across. And that's just a modification that people tend to do because they are having some difficulty with the strength and actually shifting the body weight over in the opposite direction to actually lift up that hand. So if actually picking up your hand is difficult for you, one of the things that you can do to work on that and develop that strength is to work on shifting your weight in the opposite direction and just lifting up the one arm and then coming back. Okay? Once you've developed that, you can work on that motion of the opposite hand and the opposite knee progressing forward in the same direction. So if you can see here, I'm going to switch my position so you can see me in this front view. You can see my knees behind me. Like I said, I'm going to reach forward with my right hand and my left knee at the same time. If you notice, I'm picking up both of those things. I'm not just sliding them forward on the surface. Okay? So once I've planted one hand and one knee in that forward direction, I can go on to the next one where I'm picking up my left arm and now my right knee and placing it down. So from the side view, I'll do that same thing again. I want to make sure I'm in this nice square tabletop position, picking up both hands and knee at the same time. Okay? Now, with some of these exercises, we can really make this challenging by going in different directions. So you can go forward, crawl, but you can also go backwards, crawl. Additionally, I can kind of pivot just for the purposes of this video. We can go sideways as well. So off to the left, and then back off to the right as well. Okay? So those are some nice tips and tricks to work on crawling.